Okay, I'm going to do the underside now. This is all resealed since doing the timing chain, the timing cover. It's a newer fuel pump. Fuel lines are new. Power steering has zero drippage, no leaks. Very cool feature on this car is the original aluminum brake drums up front. Let's see. These are the original aluminum brake drums. Okay. It's tight under here. Starter is rebuilt. And you can see the new brake lines here. The return spring. Get an idea of some of the rust on the frame under here. This is mostly surface rust here. It's a little damp here. Probably just some seepage from the rear main seal, but there's no drips. Okay, floorboards. Surface rust. These are all really good, solid floorboards, footwells. There's one hole that is rusted through. That hole is in the corner, right over here. So this has one rusted spot here. Now, I've not done anything with this. This is all, again, surface rust. That's solid. You can see the transmission tail shaft. No drips. I find it kind of amazing. The exhaust is in fairly new condition. Definitely has a lot of life left in it. All right, going back here. Now you can see here a little bit right where the floorboard meets the cross brace here. You got a couple little holes here. That looks like a hole right there. Okay, and here's the one. Here's the worst one right here. It's gonna be right in the corner of the driver's side footwell. So that hole right there. Other than this is all solid. All right. Go over here. Going under the car. See, exhaust, emergency brake cables. All right, here's the differential. I'm trying to give you as best a look at it as I can, just on a creeper under the car here. I do not have this on a lift. All right, these fuel lines are metal fuel lines that I made because when they replaced, I guess the previous owner replaced the fuel lines as far back as they could, which terminate right here before the rear axle. The factory lines go up and around the back of the frame, but in order to do that, you have to lift the body, which is a big job. So instead, I created metal fuel lines that go up and between the frame, over the rear, inside the frame, and over the rear axle this way. So they come up and over the axle, and then finish in the stock location. So the original fuel line connections are in the same location. But that was one way to do that, and I didn't want to obviously run rubber fuel lines. They needed to be metal, but again, working them through to the stock location, running around the back of the frame, you need to pull out a body mount, and you need to lift the frame to do that, which is more than what I wanted to get into. The rear Springs have been replaced, so you can see those. And what's another amazing thing about this car is it still has the original shocks, the spiral shocks, not leaking one bit. They still work. They still work great. This side, the outer case here is even like rusted away, but the shock is still intact with no leaks. Just amazing. Fuel tank has sediment in it. Need to replace that fuel filter periodically, or just clean it out. So you can see this frame has a lot of surface rust here, but you know, most of it's on the outside. There are no holes in it, no holes that I can see. So, you know, really to take this, if I was doing a complete overhaul on the car, you can see the boxed lower control arms here. A complete overhaul on this car, you know, you might, once you evaluated the frame, you might end up wanting to put a new frame under it, or not. I don't know. But, you know, it's hard to know until you get the body off. So that's it. Going all the way back. The floor, I'll show you the trunk in a minute, but the trunk floor is pretty solid. I don't know if you can see there from the trunk, there are holes right at the corner, right above the body mounts in the trunk pan. The body mounts are good, the body mounts are there, but the trunk pan itself has a couple holes in the corners. So that's it. There's your limited slip tag. It's a 342 factory rear. Everything is stock, and that's it.